I'm Horia Mosadiq and I'm from Afghanistan. I'm a journalist and a human rights defender working for Amnesty International, and I have been working and defending human rights for more than 20 years in the country. I was very young. I was like maybe 4 or 5 years old when war started in Afghanistan by Russia invasion. And from that time I grew up in war, and I have seen many human rights violations, many atrocities that happened not only to other people but also against my own family members. My brother was killed in the war. But I think people always have different reaction when they see injustice, when they see human rights violations. Some people may take a gun to go and fight and get a revenge, but I took a pen and I decided to go and fight injustice in Afghanistan by my pen. We did a research in Afghanistan, and we met with the people from people who were displaced a long time ago, and who were people who were just displaced because of the new conflicts all around the country. The official figures is showing 1.2 million Afghans are internally displaced in the country. The majority of these people are living in extremely bad conditions. They have no access to basic rights and basic services such as drinking water, adequate food or adequate shelter, and they're often living in camps under tents. Many of the children and elderly people are dying because of the simply preventable diseases and illnesses that it could have been prevented in a normal situation. Of course, we were quite upset and sad to see that the EU had to sign a deal with the EU, and unfortunately with the Turkey. And unfortunately, Turkey, just hours after the deal was signed, they sent a number of Afghan refugees back to the country. So with this situation, like, they are not helping the situation. They are not trying to solve the situation. The EU is not trying to take responsibility. What they are trying is to sweep the problems under the carpet. I think it's important for the EU and for any other countries, like including Australia and others, to look in both ways, to provide support for the Afghan refugees who are already in Europe's soil, and at the same time to provide support and assistance to the internally displaced people in the country, and to help for a better and stable Afghanistan. They can't just turn their back to the country and say, this is not my problem.